Hello friends, welcome to Java Tricky Program series. So let's see what we have for today. So here I have this class A1 which has a method and the argument is int and I am printing A1 int. Then I have this class B1 which is extending A1 which also has the same method name but the argument is integer and it's printing B1 integer. So now we have this main method where I'm saying a1a is equal to new a1 and I'm trying to call both these methods, in one of them passing integer and one passing int. Similarly, I'm saying b1b is equal to new b1 and I'm trying to call both these methods. So what will happen here? So on a quick look, this looks like a case of overriding because the method name is same and we know that int gets converted to integer in Autoboxing. But is it really a case of overriding? If it would have been, then we can mark it as override annotation. But as soon as I do that, it starts throwing this compiler error that it should override some superclass method. So it's not a case of override. So let's just remove it. But it's a legal case. So what should happen here? So since it's not a case of override, so on a first look, it seems like for integer argument, this method will get called. For int argument, this method will get called. So let's just run this program and see what happens. Okay, so if I run this program, for first two, it is going to a1 class method. But for the second one, first call where I'm passing integer, it's going to b1 class and the last one is going to a1 class. So why it is happening like this? So the reason is because of the way we are calling it. So when we say a1a is equal to new b1, so Java is trying to call method from a1 class first. So here when I say a dot method in a1 class, I have this method and integer gets converted to int and hence it's printing a1 int. Similarly, if we are passing int, then there is no problem and it's going here itself. So here we are no way we can call the b1 class void method because of this auto boxing feature. Now what's happening here is that since I'm saying it's a type of b1, so first it's going here. So we are passing integer and we have this method with argument as integer, so it's printing b1 integer. And the last one, it's going to a1 because it's extending a1, so b1 essentially has both the methods, void method a1 where int is the argument and then another one where integer is the argument. So Java does not need to do any kind of auto boxing to change this int to integer. It just simply calls this method. So it's a bit tricky question because of just these, the way we are treating this variable, like here a superclass and here as a subclass, the method calls are going differently. So we should avoid this thing, like if you are having a int in the superclass argument and you should either keep the method name different, or if you want to really use the override feature, then you should not keep this as integer in the subclass. For example, if I just change it to int and if I run this, it's always going to the subclass method like it should have behaved in an override scenario, and you would be able to put override annotation also. So it's a tricky question, but make sure in real life programming you don't use it, otherwise it will get confused, and if somebody is doing the initialization like this, he won't be able to utilize this method. And for this one, it becomes tricky the way you are passing the values. Like you will think that passing int 10 or integer 10 won't cause any difference, but actually it's making a lot of difference because of this overriding inheritance and how this auto boxing between int and integer is happening. So that's all for this short video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.